Good morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. How are you guys doing? Coming to you from inside the naughty bus. We've got the ceiling completely insulated with sound deadening panel board, which can only mean one thing. I'm ready to put some wood, tongue and groove, ceiling planks up and down this bus. Let me show you what we got. Thanks for joining me on the channel, guys. I will be uploading this video with some connecting internet, so check out the video description below for unlimited high-speed internet on the road. So Billy and I saw a pretty good deal advertised online for some wood planks. So again, I'm glad that I didn't buy those ahead of time and have them ruined, or go to Home Depot and pay an astronomical price. We found someone here in this town who had leftover. They had 250 square feet of leftover from a big house project. So basically like one pallet. And he was only charging $400 for 250 square feet of this stuff. And guys, we scored. So we hooked up Billy's green trailer to my truck and went to town to get them. These are 12 foot long. They are 5 inches wide, and they are 3/4 inch. I know I said I was going to do 1/4 inch. We're going with a little thicker board here. These are untreated, finished pine planks. There's more in the back of the truck right there. So what I've done is I've come out here, actually did this last night, and I brought out 4 of them. I still need to wipe them down because I want to stain these before we put them in the bus. And there's some preface to this, actually. We're not just winging it. Diana actually went and got 2 different sample stains, and I got 3 different sample stains of stain, and we put some test pieces on the back of the pickup truck, and then we tested all 5 stains and got to look at them and discuss them. We even brought in Billy and Michelle to help us decide which one was the best, and we were kind of tied 2 and 2, but we're going with this one from Minwax. It is the Golden Oak 210B. Okay, that's the one we're going with. You got to remember that every wood that you start with is going to have a different look to how this turns out. So I'm really glad we tested it, because the redwood one that I really thought that I was going to like for the bus, I didn't like as much. I like what this does with the brown knots and grooves and stuff in this. So yeah, I'm going to start staining here while we're also working on some other projects in the Naughty Bus at the same exact time. I'll let it sit for an hour or so, then pull them off, bring on some new ones, and we'll just knock this out. I want to show you, so also, we picked up all of his scrap pieces from that project. So this is actually the stain that he picked, which is almost black. I mean, that's what he was going for. So it started with like this, and that's what he came up with, almost completely getting rid of all the beautiful natural wood look in it. But, so we grabbed all these just in case we needed extra pieces or something, in case 250 square feet is not enough in the bus. But let me show you inside the bus. These are 5 pieces that are all cut different lengths, but right now you get to see the tongue and groove, how they go together. These are not universal sided. There is a front and a back of these. So you got to make sure that you stain the right side that you're going to be using, because they're different. But yeah, you know, they're still kind of flexible. I'm going to have trouble doing this one-handed. Let me get the tripod. So imagine this is stained a prettier color. Actually, I'll just show you the other side, the natural side. But we're going to be running these lengthwise like this. Okay? So down that way to that curve, and then flat this way, all the way down like that. Now it makes sense how and why I built it this way, specifically with the 2x2s at every rib, so that we're not screwing these planks into the metal ribs. We're screwing them into solid wood up here. And yes, I said screwing. I know these planks are specifically designed to probably use something like a brad nailer or something in your house. But in a moving, bouncing schoolie going down the road, brad nails are not going to work. So I am going to have physical screw holes in my planks in the ceiling, but then we're going to try to cover that up also with something that matches the stain color that we choose later. So glue and screws. Yeah, but getting ahead of ourselves. First, let's go stain. Got 2 finished boards out of I don't know how many, and I have decided that I mean, I'm just kind of learning here as I go, but I think it's better to go one at a time so that you know what you've put down on one piece and then you can kind of go. I think doing 2 at a time, I mean, it still came out amazing. The stuff dries so evenly. If you wanted to touch up a little bit, you could come back in the lighter areas and add a little bit more later. But moving forward, I'm going to do 1 plank at a time. I'll start with like the 2 middle ones, and then I'll move to the outer. Man, what a gorgeous color that golden oak is. And it's got some fantastic natural knots everywhere. Yep, it's not too much. It's not too little. I think it's going to come out great. I hope I'm not doing all this wrong. I'm sure if I check the comment section, I'm going to find out that everything that I've just done is wrong. However, look how great it looks. It's an art. It's definitely the most artsy-fartsy thing I have done on this bus yet. Before, after. So, I'll keep working here. Several hours later. We're using Billy's trailer to stage the ones that we've stained. Looks really good. I've recruited some labor here from Diana, so we're taking turns. I do the 2 closest to me on this side. She does those 2. But the problem is, let me peek in there. Yeah, that's all we have left, and that's after mixing the little pint into this 1 quart. So their linear feet of coverage stated is not 200 square feet on that one thing right there. It's what it said. I have to actually go up to Slidell, Louisiana. The only place I can find this color in stock tonight, on the shelf. I'm probably just going to get 2 of them because this will be 24 pieces done, and we still have 18 to go. Or, excuse me, we have 22 total. So, knowing that 1 more quart won't even finish, I'm going to go get 2 more, and we'll end up using it for some other wood in the bus. Look at the difference. Wow. I like it. You guys are right. I can't do it. I can't do the humidity. We haven't even hit the first day of official summer, and I'm already just hallucinating out here. Diana was a huge help. We knocked this out a lot quicker than possible. I still have an extra quart of stain, but I'm sure that there will be other projects in the bus where we have bare wood. We're going to stain the same color as a ceiling to accent and match the ceiling. So we've got all 40 14-foot planks stained. Here's my plan, guys. I'm going to leave them outside. There is no, I'll say it, 0% chance of rain overnight here in southern Mississippi. It needs 24 hours to cure, so I'm going to leave it outside in the elements for 24 hours. And then tomorrow at this time, I'm going to move each one individually into the naughty bus and let them sit in the climate-controlled, dehumidified bus for another 24 hours. When we came back, a little surprise. My Home Depot order from 3.5 weeks ago that was lost and then back ordered because it was out of stock, it magically showed up today. They backed in a budget rental truck right down the driveway, and Home Depot, not only did they drop off my new bus refrigerator, but they installed it and brought it inside the bus. And guys, it was not an easy project. It took 3 of them outside, me and Billy inside, to get around. I mean, it physically did eventually fit. It scratched it up a little bit, but you know what? We got the biggest possible refrigerator in this bus that you can put in here. You guys gotta see this. So I went with black. Yeah, you can already notice. This is a 20 cubic foot refrigerator, top freezer. The same thing you would find in a normal house. This is not an apartment size refrigerator freezer. This is a full size, but it's an energy efficient. It's Energy Star. It runs on 1.2 amps. It literally sips power, guys. I've got it on right now. Minus 11 in the freezer, 33 in the refrigerator. Oh my gosh. Yeah, guys, that's a lot of room. I am so excited. And then the refrigerator down here. Look, it already came with Keystone lights, and they're 33 degrees. Look at all that room. There's crispers down. I mean, you guys that don't have RVs wouldn't understand what it's like living with tiny refrigerators and freezers your whole life. And then having a choice and doing it this way. Diane and I had even talked about having a separate cooler secondary in here for extra stuff, for extra frozen stuff, or for extra beer for Eric or something like that. And I just, we've got room for the 3/4 inch planks to come behind it. But I mean barely, guys. Barely. I love it. Gosh, my refrigerator. So, yeah. It's on. It's sipping power. I can see how it's going to fit and everything. So anyways, I'll be back to you in a few days because we got to let our planks get like this. Gosh, it's such a... Why would you just dye it, stain it black? You know what? It's an art. Everybody has a different way of doing it. Look in the comments below, Eric. I'm sure you have 200 people telling you that it's an awful color and I did everything wrong. But yeah, don't get too used to this foam look because it's going to look a little different here real soon. I'll see you guys in a couple days.